So, welcome back guys to another video, and today I'm making a video response to a good friend of mine, Dave, his channel Longboys Post 1975, and he asked a really interesting question. He asked, what was your most nostalgic gaming commercial? Now this really hits home for me because for one, I love being nostalgic, and two, I really feel like the era that I grew up during gaming was very important. Now I grew up during like the late 80s, early 90s of gaming, and you know, the market was very different back then. You know, we have gaming commercials now, but they're not what they used to be. I mean, from kids doing beatboxing to The Legend of Zelda, to the Game Gear slamming the Game Boy, saying you would have to hit yourself in the head with a scroll just to see colors.
Whoa. Color.
Yeah, that was just a seriously crazy commercial. That was one of my favorites. And of course, you know, the tagline, Genesis does what Nintendo don't. I mean, now when we have console wars or debates, they're equivalent of keyboard warriors and the usage of memes. It's just not the same anymore. But my favorite commercial was actually from the N64 era, and that's this little game right here called Super Smash Brothers. It's just a Xander thing. But yeah, you know, I didn't have an N64 at the time. I had never heard about this game until I saw the commercial, and man, it was so creative. You know, it showed the characters in Nintendo being super happy-go-lucky, like you would expect them to be. And then all hell breaks loose, and they start kicking the shit out of each other. And you know, fighting games were so big at the time that I even remember before this game came out, I'd be like, it'd be kind of crazy if Nintendo made a fighting game with the Nintendo characters. And they did. And it's become a Nintendo staple. You know, people have been playing these games throughout different tournaments. They've had 3 more installments other than the one on the N64, of course. It helped introduce the amiibos. But when I think of Smash Brothers, I definitely think of my friend Mike coming over to spend the night, bringing his N64, and us just spending hours and hours playing Smash Brothers. And it was a very different fighting game for its time. It was a party fighting game. It was a game that you could play with more than just 2 people, and it had different elements that just made it always enjoyable and always something a little different. And that's why I'm always looking forward to a new installment to Smash Brothers. I loved the one on the Wii U. I played the one on the Wii. It was okay. I love Smash Brothers Melee. So yeah, that is one of my most nostalgic video game commercials. And man, I really wish we could have some of that magic back. I'd love to see some video game commercials. I know we still have them, but they're more like cinematic, and they're more like serious commercials. I want to see something kind of silly. I want to see some more of the 90s era video game commercials, because those were awesome. Those made video games look fun, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, what are some of your favorite video game commercials, one of your most nostalgic commercials? Leave a comment below, let me know, and definitely check out Dave's channel, Longboys Post 1975. He's a good friend of mine. I met him around the time I started doing YouTube channels, and I started doing my own videos, and he's just a really cool guy. I love his channel because he's got so much great discussions. He's one of the main reasons why I wish YouTube still had video responses like they used to, because he had some good stuff. He still pumps out great stuff, so be sure to check him out as well. As always, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, happy gaming. Can't get enough of Excess Gaming Podcast? Be sure to check out the audio podcast on Podomatic.com, or you can also subscribe to us on iTunes. Also, if you have a YouTube channel or podcast you like to share, be sure to check out the Excess Gaming Podcast Facebook group page and join our community. All the links are below, and as always, guys, thank you so much for all your support.